Hello, my name is Victor Kim.
And I'm Mike Roscaro.
We're doing senior project of real world problem.
For a real world problem, we decided to look at gaming and its effects on kids and adults.
Nowadays, you hear many negative effects of playing games, but today you're gonna hear both sides to the story, positive and negative sides.
So, when it comes to gaming, many people have different opinions.
To get general opinions about playing games, we went on campus to take interviews from both sides of adults and teenager. Hello, Miss Cotton. As an adult, what do you think of playing game?
What kind of games are you talking about, Victor?
Computer games or video games, any type of games that students may find fun in it.
Well, I think it's a lot of fun and good for hand-eye coordination and quick response. But I do object to students playing video games the way some of them do. I've had many students who played so much that they haven't studied. And that really does affect their grades. So they're on the computer at night, they're up really late, they're sleepy in class, the homework isn't done, and they're never doing the kind of review that they need to do well.
Well, I'm a senior here, and I love playing games. And when playing games, you can do things that you can't actually do in reality. And I can meet so many friends, and I'm going to Lehigh University next year.
Yep.
I actually met a Lehigh junior in the League of Legends, so play games.
So you say you can make friends through games, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And what about the other benefits?
Well, but play games, you actually can not only you can use like during League of Legends when you know that game, and you have to very focus on that game and think about all the strategies and all the things that you can think about, and it's very important.
So that's awesome to use your brain to strategize and make a good play, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for interview. So we went through certain opinions from adult and teenager of playing video game, but they were opinions that I think we should also explore on facts about playing games.
Yeah, so now we're gonna focus on the negative facts about playing games and the negative effects of playing video games.
So these are the basic and major problems that happens to people who play video games.
Addiction, emotional trouble, and health problems.
Many people mistakenly believe that these problems occur to only children or teenagers, but these all happen to adults too. Let's see the example of the video.
Well, that may look like fun and games, but the problem is people are spending 10 to 12 hours a day addicted to living in virtual fantasy worlds just like that, instead of paying attention to their real lives. Even young children are becoming addicted to video games. Nintendo, Xbox, you name it, they are playing it instead of spending time on the playground. This is creating virtual chaos in homes all across America, and that's what I'm going to deal with today, starting right now. Today on an all-new Dr. Phil. Is someone you love obsessed with video gaming?
My eyes were burning, my wrists ached.
These games are supposed to be fun, not wreck lives and ruin marriages. He's spending as much as 80 hours a week.
He gets up at noon and he stays on it till 12, 1, 2 in the morning.
Your family is going to lose their house if you don't get off your computer. How to control the obsession before it...
So, video game addiction is a real thing. And just as people go to rehab for drug problems, people go to rehab also for video game problems. I went on the site of one of these places, www.videogameaddiction.org. I looked at the consequences of gaming addiction. So, it can give carpal tunnel syndrome. Gaming can give migraines, sleep disturbances, backaches, eating irregularities, and poor personal hygiene.
Not only people who play game have physical illnesses, but also people have mismanagement of their emotions, such as their rage. Let's see the example of the video who cannot manage their emotions.
Pro in the house! Oh my god, what the f***? Charge up in this I'm a on you! What, you wanna go? You wanna go? Come on, come on, you ain't got shit! MLG Pro right here! What? What? Oh my... What the f***? You got me hitting me! He's on ring 2, get him! Can somebody help me? Holy shit, teammates! Sit there. You better come help me! What the How about you shut the up? I'm trying to win this damn game! God! Then buy the purple tree, you stupid Oh my God! You got me shit me! What the What the Damn! Damn!
Go!
So to have a more professional opinion, we interviewed Mrs. McCarthy, counselor at our school. She has a lot of experience with gaming addicts. So we asked her for her opinion. Was about the negative effects of gaming.
Sure. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of my experience working with different clients. So I'm not talking about the research that's out there. It's more my experience working with clients and my understanding of how gaming kind of fits into their lives. So I would say that in my work with clients, there are several reasons why people may choose to engage in gaming. I think obviously it's fun and they have a good time with it, and I think that often sometimes people will opt to get involved in gaming as a nice procrastination. If they don't feel like doing work, they can kind of postpone that, or they can kind of avoid things that they don't want to have to deal with, or it can be a nice distraction from difficult things for them. And so I think that in terms of the drawbacks, when I've seen drawbacks for clients, it's been primarily when clients are wanting to avoid dealing with things in their lives, and instead they just get completely engaged and engrossed in the gaming, and they get a lot of positive reinforcement from that, but it's harder and harder for them to get back to reality of their lives. And so a lot of times clients will talk about starting to play games and literally playing for hours and hours and not even remembering to kind of get up and go to the bathroom or to eat, to be so kind of engaged in it. And for them, it's kind of all great and positive, but then once they kind of come back to reality on what they haven't been doing and what they've been missing out on, it feels much more overwhelming for them to deal with the challenges in their lives. So I would say that that is the biggest negative or drawback that I hear about from my clients. And coming here from Worcester Academy, who I see in the counseling office here, or also in my private practice, and I work with a lot of teenagers and also college students, and a lot of them do struggle with kind of putting so much time and energy into gaming that they forget about kind of dealing with their other commitments in life, and they also miss out on connecting and engaging with other people outside of their gaming network. So they miss out on having opportunities to have, connections with family, with friends, and also to have conversations face to face and to gain further social skills. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. So we have talked about the negative effects of gaming, but what about the positive effects? Let's take a look at a short list of positive effects.
So these are the brief facts about positive sides of playing game. Essentially, pure fun is the most important thing. That's the reason why people play games. And second reason is like socializing. Through playing games, people can make friends, communicate, build up the fellowship, friendship, anything like that. And new experience. People can do whatever they want in playing games. Perhaps they can build a country or run a city or be a robot or just operate the robot that they cannot do in real life. And another point is playing game relieves stress. Also, by playing game together with friends or people, companionship could be made. So playing game in short could be shelter from reality. Furthermore, playing game not only gives you fun or relieves stress, but also gives you information that you never known before. For example, when you play a game related to history, such as Assassin's Creed, which is based on history, you can learn more information about history that you didn't know. In addition, in playing games, there is no desperate survival like in reality. In real life, people are judged commonly based on their achievements, such as GPA, SAT score, or which school college they go to. Yet, though you may be a beginner in playing in game world, because of easy missions and easy rewards exist, you can feel a sense of accomplishment. In reality, success is hard to reach, but in game, everyone can be a hero and heroines. Maybe game is a truly shelter for people who are tired of being in reality. Hello, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Callum Hepburn.
So, as a Worcester Academy student, could you please tell me what are the pros of playing games?
The pros of playing video games is you can do things that you can't do in reality. Like, you could run a city, you could grow a monster, you could be a Navy SEAL if you wanted to, even if you do not have the physical ability to do it in real life. And it basically just opens up a bunch of windows that you couldn't do in real life without video games. So, I mean, they're pretty awesome. So, and for like, you could run a city. Like for example, like Sims. Like you can actually have your own city. You can control everything that's in it, and you can basically just do things you could never do before. So, and I don't know. You could grow a monster. You could do anything. Like literally anything you wanted. So, things you can learn from games you can't learn in real life. So, yeah, that's what I think about games.
Great, thanks.
No problem, Victor.
Adults may think that playing game is just waste of time, but there is a lot of cases that playing game helped our human life. In studying of disease, it is important to predict viruses' pathway when it emerges in real world. It would be very helpful to observe people's behavior when virus emerges in real world in order to prevent from a known virus arising. Through games, it actually happened to see how people behave when virus error arises in RPG games called World of Warcraft, aka WoW. This case was actually studied by scientists named Eric T. Lofgren, Nina Pfefferman in research named The Untapped Potential of Virtual Game Worlds to shed light on real-world epidemics in 2007. According to research, it says they actually played WoW to observe how virus error impacts on people in game world. Through observation, the paper says it was helpful to find what variables might block for eradication of the virus.
Games not only have been used for research purposes, but also for military training and education. Now let's hear what Ms. McCarthy has to say about the positive effects of gaming.
In terms of positives, I think that a lot of people really enjoy and have fun using gaming. And like I said earlier, there is a lot of positive reinforcement that comes out of gaming because when they make the games, they don't make them so difficult that they're impossible to kind of succeed and get to the next step and level. And so I think that there's something very satisfying in embarking on the challenge and actually meeting the challenge and succeeding and moving forward, and that can feel very good, and you get a lot of positive reinforcement, and you can gain confidence and competence as you're playing. And if you have that in one realm, sometimes it can carry over in other areas of your life. I think that I like the concept of games that will connect people online. My hope is that they continue those connections face to face. I'm a bit biased, and I like to hear that people actually do have more face-to-face connections. But I do think that there are also other games that kind of foster cooperation or kind of figuring out how to deal with life skill challenges. And so I think that it gives people practice in embarking that, even if it is in kind of the gaming world. And I think that there are plenty of things that clients of mine have learned in games. Whether it's just kind of learning about certain facts about things that suddenly they learn it in a game and then they carry it over in their lives. So I think that there's plenty to be learned. I think there's plenty of fun that people have. I don't know if that's still recording. It probably is. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's a nice way to just relax and not have to kind of worry too much or think about that much. And I think we all need to have outlets. So I think that in moderation, gaming is very positive, and it can go very well for people. And the challenge is just making sure that you don't get so engrossed in it that you kind of lose sight of other things going on for you.
The key is moderation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I think,
Like Ms. McCarthy said from the interview, maybe the solution to this playing game problem is to moderate ourselves and balance the time and our spirit, passion of playing games.
yes, all the negative effects of gaming arise when you play too much. If you control yourself, gaming will be a fun experience and you'll just gain from it.
And furthermore, games, people's perception of game is really see it as harm. However, the game could be seen also as art. For example, when you see philosophical movie, you call it masterpiece. But game contains all the story, philosophy, symbols, messages, and all the histories. It contains everything, but one special thing that we could be part of that situation.
Yes.
So that's the advantage of playing video games.
Like for example in The Last of Us, an excellent game with an excellent story. I just watched the gameplay, I didn't actually play the game because just the story was so amazing.
Great.
Thank you for listening to our graduation project.
Thank you.